real quick before the video starts, I just want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, MailerLite. We're going to be using MailerLite later in the video to build an email list to help get this side cache, and you'll see when we get there. But essentially, MailerLite is an email marketing software that takes all the hard parts away from having to build email campaigns. It manages all your contacts. It lets you pick from their templates, or you can drag and drop your email marketing template together yourself if you want. It's got a lot of different options for landing pages. It's got automation pop-ups. It even has a free plan, so you can go check it out if you want to. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for keeping the lights on, and hope you enjoy the video. It's about a 50-50 day outside in terms of rain, but I'm banking on the 50 that it won't rain when I go to the gym today. I just love riding this bike wherever I go. Like, listen to this thing. It sounds kind of like a swarm of bees with like a low rumble. I'm so glad it's warming up so I can finally like ride this places. It's like a $500 microphone. It's gonna smell like gas, but it's worth it to show how this sounds. Like, it's just the GoPro audio and this little boom mic up here, little vlog mic, it just doesn't do it justice. Hold on. I'm really hoping that I didn't just like ruin this mic. I just really love the double exhaust on this. When I went to buy the bike, I looked at all of them and then turned this one on and it was game over. I spent way too much money, but that's the topic of today's video, side cache. So let's talk about it. Welcome to a new kind of video where I become ultra transparent and we talk about money and how to make some side cache. The topic of today's video is mailing lists. This is a huge topic and I'm actually building a really in-depth course about how to do this, how to set it up, how to integrate with services. So this video is just kind of be an overview of why they're good and how you could leverage one pretty much. To be a little bit more specific, I'm going to break it down into 3 parts. Why is it important to have a mailing list? How can you monetize a mailing list? And how do you build one? How does all of this work? So that's going to be the overview structure here. Mailing lists have been around for a pretty long time. Everybody wants your email. Even I want your email. So if you go to thegrindreel.com, you'll see the modal there. I give you a 15% discount in exchange for your email. You sign up for the newsletter, all that stuff. They used to have like high open rates, so you'd send an email out and it would have like a 90% chance of being open to your like entire list. If you were subscribed to my email list the other day, I sent out an email to all of my people on the list about a new product that I put up on the store. And I'm not saying this to shill, but you would have got a notification about it, and about 38% opened the email that I sent out. Now that's still a better notification percentage than YouTube. So if we take 38% of my subscribers and how many people opened it and clicked it, I'd be getting about 21,000 views per video if that was the same kind of traffic on demand that I got when I sent out an email to my email list. The open rate, by the way, is not industry standard. 38% is actually really good for 2019. Average is about 3 or 4%, but this is kind of diminished by corporations and large, like whenever you sign up for like Best Buy. The stuff that you guys are just like spam, but when you personally sign up to someone's newsletter, like a personal brand or someone that you really like, right? It's me engaging with you guys, not just some corporation sending you out, which you expect. So like, all right, let's talk about why this is important. I'm sure you guys have seen like sweepstakes or, just fill out this form for a chance to win. And the form is your first name and your last name and your email. Everyone tries to get your email. It's why most apps force you to sign in to continue using their site. And when you go to sign in, you use Facebook or Google, right? And then it goes to their API and they get your email. They can send you news and updates and you're like, wait, why are they sending me this? And then you realize you signed in and that's how they got your email. The main reason that people want your email is because you get traffic on demand. You can put eyes on a product or a link or something specific on demand. And you don't have to pay an agency to do that for you. You've kind of collected it and then you just send out notifications to everybody. Mailing lists are very valuable. You have a new product you want people to know about, you just send out an email. You want to build engagement, give some loyalty rewards for being signed up, just send out an email. YouTube not sending notifications out, hey, just send out an email. I got a new video up, guys. I mean, I don't want to do that, right? Because you have to be kind of careful. You don't want to spam your subscribers. Maybe you lose your accounts, right? Maybe you get banned on something. You get banned on Twitch, you get banned on YouTube or whatever platform, right? Well, you have an email list. Now you can be like, hey guys, I got banned. I don't know why, but there's nothing I can do right now. I've made a new channel. Please go here and follow me. So now you get a little jump start instead of having to start all over again. So it's good to kind of have that backup. You don't particularly have to be selling something every time you send an email out. You can send a newsletter or an update or just something personal that you want to tell these people. Like at the basics, like if you break it down, it's traffic on demand, which is the most valuable thing. You can have the best product in the world, but if you can't get anyone to look at it, you can't get anyone to see it, it doesn't matter. But let's talk about how you can monetize. I made a video yesterday, and not one person said anything about these Avengers backgrounds that I have. I'm actually amazed. Okay, so how to monetize it. There are 3 main ways to monetize your email list, and that's with a direct product sales, is when you have a product like I emailed out the other day. I try not to do that too much because it gets annoying, and then you're just trying to sell stuff all the time instead of actually like providing value. You have affiliate links, so you can think about people who review products on YouTube. They review camera gear or gadgets and phones, whatever, right? Then they have those little Amazon links, and when you buy that, they get a kickback. And then you have sponsored links, which is what you can make a decent amount of money on. Basically, it's when a company comes to you and they're like, hey, put a button that goes to our website, and you put like in the email, like special thanks to our sponsor. Then you have a button in the email, and then there's a high likelihood that people are gonna be like, oh, this is his sponsor. If he likes it, then yeah, maybe I'll check this out. Maybe you do get a little bit of a referral too, but generally, they just pay you up front. Like if you have a weekly newsletter, right, they'll pay you $500 a week. And as long as the results are consistent, you're providing value, you're getting clicks. The more clicks, the more opens that you get over time, you can ask for more money like that. It's a good way to make a little bit of side cash just from having an email list, and even if you don't utilize it that much. Now, as I said before, my email list isn't actually that huge at all. It's about 1,600 people. I think to get $500 a month, you'd probably need closer to like 12,000. I don't typically send out a newsletter, which I should be doing. It just takes a lot of time to write these articles. All right, so let's talk about how to actually build one of these email lists, how to get started so you guys can start making money. Essentially, you need a website with a sign-up form or a contact form. You need a service that handles all of your emails. So in this example, we're going to be using MailerLite, which is the sponsor of the video. It handles all your templates. It handles all your campaigns. If you don't know what a campaign is, I'm sure you guys have you were going to order something and then you backed off at the last second, and then a day later you got an email that's like, hey, if you want to reorder, here's a 10% discount code today only. And then you need a way to drive traffic to your website so that people actually start seeing this. So let's start with the first one. You need a website with a sign-up form. There's multiple ways to do this. You can build it yourself if you're a developer. There's little header and footer codes that you can just drag and drop into your HTML and CSS, your static website, whatever. You can do it with WordPress. So I use WordPress with the plugins there. There's Ninja Forms, Contact Form 7, WP Forms. There's Opt-in Monster. That's what I have. You'll notice that if you go there and the little modal pops up, that's an Opt-in Monster. You can do it with Squarespace. You can do it with all these little website builders. So after you have your website built, you need a integration with a service. And so again, in this example, we're using MailerLite, and that will be the integration. So whenever someone goes to your website, they'll type it in and it will get sent to MailerLite. And then what you do from there, how you want to automate your tasks, your campaigns, whatever, that's up to you. But to get them to do that, you need step 3, which is them to get to your website basically to begin with. And so you can do that by going on LinkedIn, typing up an article and being like, oh, by the way, if you want to check out my website, here it is. It starts off slow. It's an exponential return. More people go, more people sign up. You could do Medium articles and blogs like that. For me, I use YouTube, right? Go check out my website, grindreel.com. That's what I say. And then some of you guys go, and then I get your emails and you get the code, and everyone wins. But you need a way to drive traffic to these places. And then after that, it's kind of just like, you just keep doing it, you just keep growing it. Usually companies come to you, or you can look up what's called influencer kind of marketing companies and go to them and be like, hey, I have a pretty large email list. Do you have any advertisers that are looking to put an ad in a niche like mine? So I've actually talked to some of these companies before, and they've helped sponsor some of these videos, and they were like, hey, do you have an email list? And I was like, yeah, I have an email list. And they were like, great, how big is it? And I was like, I don't know, 800 people at that time. And they're like, yeah, it's actually not a lot. It's not enough for us to do anything with that right now, but just let us know later and we can see what you've been doing. And I was like, oh, well, how much do people get paid for mailing lists? And they're like, yeah, you just toss the sponsor link in there, mention it, and make sure everything's good. And then they pay you $500 a week, or depending on how good your email list is. And that's basically how this works. Again, this is kind of like an overview and why mailing lists are they're really good for side cash. So if I were you guys, I would be getting out there. I'd be going on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn specifically, you can just add literally everybody and you can just build a following that way. And so the more you add people, the more people add you, and then you write an article. And right now LinkedIn has really organic search basically. So if someone likes your post, that shows in his feed, and if someone likes that, that shows in their feed. It used to be like that on Facebook, but then they made it so you have to pay for ads, basically. If you eliminate all the ads or all the ad pages that you follow, you won't see that many of your friends' posts anymore, because Facebook basically made it, if you want stuff to kind of chain through it, you got to pay for it. LinkedIn doesn't have that right now. LinkedIn is very organic. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio, and so you can get a lot of engagement by writing an article on LinkedIn or linking to an article on Medium. However, I wouldn't link to other websites outside of LinkedIn, because LinkedIn will kill it in the algorithm. They don't want people to leave their website, right? So write articles on LinkedIn, keep it there, and then at the end of your article, be like, oh, by the way, here, go check this out. You can also make videos if you want. You can use YouTube like me. That's kind of what I do, right? So again, if you want to check out the full course, go to my website, grindreel.academy, and then you can sign up there. You see, like, that's how all of this works. And then when you sign up, I get your email, and then I can notify you when I get like new courses, or you request a new course. I'm like, hey, you requested this. Guess what? I got it, right? This whole thing is just a giant ecosystem. There's a lot of ways to kind of support yourself and make extra side cash online, and it all boils down to having traffic. I know this video is kind of vague, but this is a huge topic, and I don't want to go into like all the details in like one 10-minute video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, check out the Discord. I'm always there. Thanks again to MailerLite for supporting the channel, keeping the lights on. I appreciate you guys. I'll put the link for them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.